Hi there, welcome to PyQt5 tutorial for you. My name is Darlington Nkwaze. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use signals and slots. Signals and slots are used by Qt objects to communicate with one another. It's like one of the most important features of Qt. A signal is emitted when something happens, for example, when a button is clicked, while a slot is used to receive that signal. Okay, a slot can be a member function. Actually, you can have custom signals and custom slots. Okay. Although Qt widgets have their predefined signals and predefined slots, you can have your own kind of signal and your own kind of slot. You can connect a signal to more than one slot, and you can connect a slot to more than one signal. Okay. You can even connect a signal directly to another signal. All right. I'm going to show you some of these scenarios, and maybe in another video I'm going to show you the rest. So without wasting much time, let's dive into it. So as usual, I have my boilerplate code here. To begin, I'm going to say self.main widget. I'm creating a widget now. It's equal to Qt widgets, and I want this widget to be the central widget. Okay, so I'm going to say self.set central widget. I'm going to say self.main widget. All right, and what we're going to do first is connect a predefined signal to a predefined slot. Okay, a predefined signal of a widget to a predefined slot of another widget. Okay, so let's say self.label. I want to use a label and a push button as an example, or as examples, whatever. Okay, so I'm going to say self.label is equal to Qt widgets.qLabel. Okay, and I'm going to say clear me. Okay, because we want to clear the text. That's what I want to happen whenever I click the push button. Okay, so I'm going to say self.main widget. All right, and for the push button, I'm going to copy this, paste it here, change this to push button, and this to Q push button, and this to click me. Okay, if I save it and run it, we can only see the push button because it's covering the label. That's why we can't see the label. So let's cancel this now and give this a horizontal layout, or no, a vertical layout. Okay, I want them to be laid out vertically, so I'm going to create a vertical layout and say Qt widgets dot qv box layout. I'm going to say self.main widget. Okay, and now I'm going to add the widgets to the vertical layout. So I'm going to add the label, and I'll copy this, paste it here, and change this to push button. Okay, save it and run it, and now they are we can see them clearly. So I'm going to cancel this now, and I want to give this label a I want to set the alignment. Okay, so I'll say set alignment, and I'll say Qt core, sorry, that Qt dot align center. Okay, if I run this, it's now at the center. Okay, okay, I think that's fine. So what we're going to do now is connect the clicked signal to clear slot of the label. Okay, we're connecting the click signal from the push button to the clear slot of the label, because we want the label to be cleared whenever we click the push button. Okay, so to do that, we're going to say self.push button dot clicked, okay, dot connect, and we'll say self.label dot clear. Okay, so if we save this now and run it, and we click this push button, it clears off. Okay, so that's how to connect a predefined signal of a particular widget to a predefined slot of another widget. Okay, now what we're going to do is connect a signal to a method that we created ourselves. Okay, to do that, I'll first create a method. I'm going to say def do something, so I'm calling that method do something. Okay, and for now I'm just going to say pass. Okay, and what I want to do is let me comment this out. Okay, so whenever this push button is clicked, whenever the push button, this one here, is clicked, I want it to run this method here. Okay, whatever is in this method here. Okay, so I'm going to say self.push button dot clicked dot connect, and I'll say do something. Okay, and I must not forget to put self there. Okay, so self.do something, and I'll come down here. Now I can take this off, and I'll say print button was clicked. So now if I save this and run it, and I click this button, you can see button was clicked at the bottom here. Okay, so that's how to connect a signal to a method that you created yourself. All right, what I'm going to do next is show you how to connect a signal to more than one method. Okay, to do that, what you're going to do is say def do something again, and this time I'm going to copy this. Sorry, I'm supposed to put a colon here. Then I'm going to copy this and I'll paste it here, and I'm going to say button has 2 tasks. Okay, and now I'm going to copy this and paste it here. Okay, and I'm going to say do something again. Okay, so this clicked signal here is connecting, sorry, this clicked signal here is connecting it's connected to this method here and this method here, so the method here. Okay, so it's a single signal connected to 2 slots, in this case the methods that we have created. Okay, so if I click this now and run it, and I click this button, you can see button was clicked and button has 2 tasks. This first line here is for this method here, this first method here, while the second line is for this second method here. So to connect a slot to more than one signal, let me just comment all of this out. Okay, so let's try to do them at once. Okay, and I won't need the push button now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use radio buttons. So if I select a radio button, I want the color of the text to change. Okay, so I'm going to create two radio buttons. So I'm going to say self. Let me just do it up here. No. Here. Okay, so I'll say self dot. Well, it doesn't matter if I do it here or here. Okay, I just want them to be before the vertical layout here. So I'm going to say self dot radio button is equal to Qt widgets.q radio button, and I'm going to say so I'm going to call this blue, and I'm going to say self dot main widget. Okay, and I'm going to copy this and paste it here, and I'm going to call this 2, and this will be red. Okay, so if I click this radio button, I want this I want the label here to change to red, to blue, and then if I choose this, I want it to be changed to red. Okay, so let me define the functions here now. So I'll say def, and I'll say color to blue, and I'll say self. Okay, and I'll come here and say if self radio button is checked, okay, then self label dot set style sheet, I'll say the color should be blue. Okay, then I'll come here and say else pass. Okay, well, this might not be like the what you would do normally, but we're just playing with the with whatever is in the documentation. We're just playing with the code here, and I encourage you to go through the documentation and play with it. Okay, that's a very good way to learn. So I'm going to create another method here. I'm going to say def color to red, which says self, and I'm going to copy all of this, and I'm going to change this to red, and this to 2. Okay, and I'll come up here and do the connection. So I'm going to say self dot radio button dot toggled dot connect, and I'll say self dot color to blue. Okay, so that's for the first one, and for the second one, I'm going to copy this and paste it here, and I'm going to change this to 2 and change this to red, so it's color to red now. I'm going to save it and run it. You can see the radio buttons crammed here. I'm going to cancel it now and add them to this vertical layout here. Okay, so I'm going to say self.vertical layout dot add widget, and I'm going to say self.radio button. I'm going to copy all of this, paste it here, and change this to 2. Okay, so now I'm going to save it, and they should show now. Okay, they are showing at the bottom, but I want them to be at the top. Anyway, if I choose this, it changes to blue, and if I choose this, it changes to red. Okay, so you see our code is working. But let me just move it. Okay, move them. So I'm going to where are they? Okay, let's cut them here, and I want them to be just after the label. Okay, so I'm going to paste them here, save it, and run it. Okay, so now they're here. All right, I'm going to cancel this. Let's see what else we could do. Let's use the disconnect function. We could disconnect a widget from another. We could disconnect a slot from a signal. I'm going to show you how to do that now. So to disconnect a slot from a signal, let's do something a bit more interesting. Let's create a line edit. Okay, so we'll come here and say self.line edit is equal to Qt widgets.q line edit. Okay, I'll say self.main widget. All right, and then we'll come here, copy this and paste it here, and change this to line edit. Okay, and save it and run it, and we have our line edits here. Okay, so what I want to do, let me run it again. What I want to do is change this text here as I type into the label. Okay, so I'll come here and let's see, where is it? Okay, so I'll come here and I'll say I want to use this function here. Let me use this function here. Let's do something here. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to release this button also, and I'm going to say here I'm going to say self.line edit, and I'm going to say dot text changed, and I'm going to say connect self dot do something. Okay, or let's do, since this push button is already handling this, I want this line edit to handle this. Okay, alright, so I'm going to say do something again. Alright, and I'm going to release this one. Okay, and now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to say self dot label dot set text, and I'm going to say self dot line edit dot text. Okay, so whatever is in this text, I want it to replace whatever text that is in this label. Okay, so if I just type pass here, so if I save it and run it and type into this box, you see that, into this line edit, you see that it changes whatever is in this label. Okay, so I'm going to cancel this, and now let's use the disconnect function. Okay, so to do that, what we're going to say is we're going to come here and say self dot line edit dot text changed, okay, dot disconnect this time, and we're going to say self dot do something again, okay, because that's what we connected to it initially. You can see here. All right, so that's what we are disconnecting. All right, so if I save it and run it, and I type something here, see it changes, but immediately I click this button and I try to type into this line edits again, it doesn't change because I already stopped it here, I already disconnected it. Okay, so I'm going to cancel this now. So that's how to disconnect a signal from a slot, or a slot from a signal, if you like. Something I want to do here, I want to make this label bold, so I'm going to say self.label.set font. I'm going to say font, okay, and here I'm going to say font rather. Font is equal to Qt GUI dot Q font. Okay, and I'm going to say font dot set bold. I'm going to say true. Okay, and now if I save it and run it, it's bold. Okay, if I type apple here, it changes to apple. If I click this button here, if I click this if I select this radio button here, or I check it rather, it changes the color to blue. If I choose this one, it changes to red. If I continue to type here, it changes. If I click this, it stops changing. Okay, if I click it again, oh wow, it disappears. But we can do something about that. For example, we could come here and say self dot push button dot set disabled, say true. Okay, so whenever we click the button, we want the button to be disabled. Okay, so if I save it and run it, and I type something here, it changes. If I click this, it stops changing, and now it's disabled. You see, by clicking it, it just becomes disabled. If I run it again and I type something here and I click it, immediately it becomes disabled. Let's cancel it. We can even say it should be, well, let me just restore that, but I'll comment it out. You could even say it should be disconnected from this method itself. So we could say self dot push button dot disconnect. So it clicked, then dot disconnect. I will say self dot do something. Okay, I'll save it and run it. We're just playing with it. Okay, you might not do this in your project. Okay, we're just playing with this. Okay, so if I type something here, it changes. If I click this, it stops changing. Okay, if I click it again, nothing happens because it has been disconnected from this method here. Okay, I'm going to cancel it. I think we can stop here. So that's basically how it goes. If you enjoyed watching this, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like, comment, because that helps with the YouTube algorithm. Also hit the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video.